Well, I mean, I take DNA as a metaphor, so well, clearly there are, the one issue that really needs to be dealt with everywhere is the issue of identity. Who is contacting you? And when you contact someone else, they know who you are you, and I think that is the fundamental issue that needs to be uh, taken. And in many places, people, governments don't want to deal with the issue of identity. But it is clear from all of the hacks that have taken place. Comes down to a cartoon that was in the New Yorker, which you can find on the web, from 1993. It has a picture of two dogs. And one dog is in front of a computer, and then the other dog is next to him, and the dog by the computer says, "On the internet, no one knows you're a dog." It's a great cartoon, but that is really the fundamental issue that we face. So if you think about what does that mean for an IoT device? Well, it has to know who is sending it a signal. And if the signal says, okay, shut down, you want to make sure that it's someone who you trust that's telling you to shut down, and it's not a hacker. I mean, say you're an IoT device in your car that says now, stop the car. Well, you don't want to stop the car, but the car stops. So it has to know that whatever is coming in, it knows who it is, is able to identify it because it has an identity, and then accept it or reject it. And I think other principles, then you get into architecture and so forth, and there are many different ways of thinking about that, but certainly the issue of identity is the core issue of all digital issues when it comes to security. Well, I would say that everyone who is affected by the digital era needs to be represented one way or another in this. You can't do it just government. You can't just do it private sector. You need, the third sector, NGOs. You need all of them. Um, what we certainly need to do is go beyond the blah 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 stage of, oh, we need more cooperation. Now that's not enough. I mean, what I really mean is, and as in my talk upstairs, I mean, we have the same bad actors attacking all these different companies and their different countries and governments and think tanks. Well, until you start actually saying this is the profile of the attack on us, hacking us, and compared to another one, and compared to the third one, until you actually can build up the data and the rules that say this kind of attack that's coming in right now, we will stop it. But so cooperation has to be much more than sort of holding hands and going, yeah, yeah, we cooperate. It has to be real exchange of information. Now that is difficult because everyone wants to, this is our secret and we're not going to talk about it. Well, you can do that, but then you will be vulnerable, and that's so. So yes, I mean, I'll say the same thing that other people say is, oh, we have to cooperate. But when I say cooperate, I mean really you put out there the data that you have. This is the program that was attacked. This is the attack vector. You have to be able to trust the other person to show him what it is where you had your vulnerability. And we're not there yet.